the worst cases in humanity of atrocities, of greed, all the seven deadly sins, lust, envy, pride, wrath, gluttony. I have those in me. I am not perfect. I'm going to answer some questions from the interns and the people that, in general, attended the last Turabify Leadership Conference. As the comments I wish were better. But thank you for all the support also. Those of you that are watching these videos, I hope this actually serves you in some sort of way in your life. How can I find secure and reliable and fulfilling career? How can I find a secure and reliable and fulfilling career? I went into dentistry because my mother told me to. She said, Turab, if you get this degree, you can do whatever the hell else you want. My years of raising you requires me to give you some sort of backing, some sort of footing in life. And dentistry is a really good career for that because you get a good amount of money for the amount of work that you do. And so I went into dentistry, but all along the way, because I knew that I could fall back on dentistry, and mind you, I always knew I had the intelligence to some degree to pass dental school and to actually make it to them. The doctors, whatever stage in life. And now having practiced for about a year and a half out, I am really satisfied with my career in dentistry. Mainly because I came into my mother's practice and I serve as a leader there. Mind you, all along the way, I was also creating student organizations, basically from the age of like 12 to 18. I created organizations every single time I moved. And the beautiful thing about a career that gives you a lot of money, especially if you're functioning as an owner and you have an LLC and all this other stuff I can talk to you about, you will take more pride, hopefully, in the accomplishments. You will feel like your efforts in general are directly correlated to how the larger organism is doing. So I would say that to find a secure career, you can go into law, or you can go into medicine, or you can go into engineering or computer science. It will be reliable because those things are always needed. To make it fulfilling, you must take ownership of it. You got to take ownership to make it fulfilling. Otherwise, you're just kind of like this bug on the wall. Hopefully that's helpful. And you guys let me know also, what do you think makes for a secure, a reliable, and a fulfilling career? Curious. How can I change for the better? How can I change for the better? Dude, just get 1% better at something every day. You know, just try your very best to get 1% smarter, take in more information. I would say that taking in more information necessarily makes you better because you're more useful to the people around you. Dude, this chicken's so good. My mom made it and I'm still eating it. Oh, what an absolute blessing to have food like this. How can I change for the better? Want to change for the better. That's another thing that I would say is I think a lot of people are really satisfied where they're at. I think if you're asking a question like, how do I change for the better? You're already putting yourself in the perspective that you can get better, right? There's, what was his face? Brian Tracy is like one of those Jim Rohn guys, exceptional in life, if I have the honor of saying. And he says that I want you to introduce a question to your mind. Whenever you come across something that you're not sure of, whenever you come across something that you want to do in life, the first question that you should ask is how? How? Most people don't ask that question because they don't want to do the work to do it. So what does better mean? You want to look better? Work out. Eat better. You want to communicate better? Speak, write, and read. You want to be more spiritually attuned? Be more aware of the world in general? Read books that are about that. Spend time with people that function on that wavelength in life. But the real question, the answer is in the question, guys. It's how. You want to change for the better? How are you going to do it? Once you have that philosophy, then nothing's really in your way. How? How do I do it? How can I be okay with myself? How can I be okay with myself? I think one of the fundamental philosophies that allows me to be okay with myself is understanding that the worst in humanity, the worst cases in humanity of atrocities, of greed, all the seven deadly sins, lust, envy, pride, wrath, gluttony, I have those in me. I am not perfect. It is a testament to my humanity that I have these things in me. And my awareness that has existed within me forever and that I'm not any better than my brothers or sisters, that I am just a human being, one human being in the scheme of billions of us, allows me to, first of all, not take myself all that seriously all the time. But second of all, it allows me to be okay with the worst parts of myself. Some of us have greater vices than others, but I would argue that almost every single human being on the planet has some sort of vice. I haven't met very many that don't, whether it's like the way that they communicate with people or whatever. And being okay with the worst parts of ourselves is a good way to go. But I was having a conversation about love to someone else. The flip side of that coin of being okay with the worst parts of yourself is trying to bring out the best parts of yourself. So being okay with the kid in the closet, and how dirty he is, and how unmature he is, how immature he is, how much development he has to, being okay with that kid and actually just like being like, dude, that kid's me. Why would I treat that person poorly? Being okay with that, but also seeing, wait a second, that kid is looking around the room in a very interesting way, and they seem to have a sense of humor, and there is this kind of leadership quality about him, and there is this tendency to try to see good in the world and try to bring out, groups of people. Maybe I like the way that he dresses, whatever, right? That's my parsing through and being like, there's a lot of redeemable aspects of this child. And all I have to do is create a circumstance where those things are more likely to occur. And every now and then when I see that darker part of him come out, it's okay. Because I'm mature enough to know life is long, and that those little things that he does is not going to kill him or not going to hurt someone else, like to a point where it's, death concerned. That's being okay with yourself. Tony Robbins quote is, when you heal the child, out comes the man. Love your child self. Be okay with the weirdness of him, and just try to find the greatest potential you can in them. Hopefully that helps. I'm curious about your answers too. Like, how are you trying to change for the better? How am I trying to change for the better? I'm trying to be more structured and trying to get more work done. But I'm also trying to spend more time with the people that I love and actually carve out time for that. Being okay with myself is like a daily thing. It's like a weekly thing. It's like, you fucked that up, dude. You got a responsibility. Like, did you take care of it? Voice in the head's hard to deal with, guys, but hopefully it's a friend. Hopefully it's someone that you like being around. Hopefully that helps. Yeah, so every Wednesday, sorry about the chair, every Wednesday I'll be doing questions and answers. So if you got some questions, let me know. Otherwise, actualize your potential catalyst. This world needs you. Chicken. Peace.